homework corrections. Question number 7. When 1 plus 2x times 1 plus ax power 2 by 3, where a is a constant, is expanded in ascending power of x, the coefficient of the term x is 0. Find the value of it. So what we have to do, we have to expand this. And there's a in it, so obviously it will be expanded in terms of a. Then we multiply it with 1 plus 2x. And then we find the coefficient of x in terms of a, and we'll equate it to 0, and that will hopefully give us the value of a. So let's start with expanding 1 plus ax power 2 by 3. So from the formula, it will be 1 plus 2/3 of ax. Just give me a second. Plus 2 by 3 times 2 by 3 minus 1 upon 2 factorial times ax whole square plus 2 by 3 times 2 by 3 minus 1 times 2 by 3 minus 2 upon 3 factorial and times ax whole cube. I don't think we need to go beyond that. We may place a few dots after that, but there is no need to go beyond this because we have to find the coefficient of x. All right, so I'm stopping here. So the expansion is 1 plus 2/3 ax plus, I'm still going to find the next two terms because that will probably help me do part 2. So बाद में करना ही होगा, so might as well just do it here. 2 by 3 times 2 by 3 minus 1 divided by 2 factorial. That is minus 1 by 9. A square x square, and then it's 2 by 3 times 2 by 3 minus 1 times 2 by 3 minus 2 divided by 3 factorial, which is 4 by 81. And then it's ax cubed with that. Now we have to also multiply this with 1 plus 2x and then state the coefficient of x. Okay, I'm going to multiply this with 1 plus 2x. 1 plus 2 by 3 ax minus 1 by 9 a square x square plus 4 by 81 ax cubed. I just need a quick few seconds. I'm coming back. Okay, so what do we need now? We need to find the coefficient of x. So how would we get the coefficient of x after multiplying these? We can multiply 1 with this term. That will give us a term in x. And we can multiply this 2x with this 1. That will also give us the term in x. We just need the x term. So one of those would be 2 by 3 ax and plus 2x. That's the term in x. So the coefficient of x is going to be 2 by 3a plus 2 when you take x common. So now you can equate this to 0 because they said that the coefficient of the term in x is 0. So 2 by 3a plus 2 is equals to 0. That gives us 2 by 3a equals to minus 2, and that gives us a equals minus 6 upon 2, which is minus 3, which is the correct answer. So a is minus.
मैम ये बी पार्ट हो गया था, खाली ए करना था.
All right. ठीक है. Then we're not doing part B. Let's move on to the next part. For B, all you have to do now is substitute this A here and then expand the brackets again. All right. Question number 8. Expand this in ascending power of x up to and including the terms x power 4, simplifying the coefficients. Okay, so the first problem here is that the first term is not 2. We have to change it into, sorry, the first term is not 1. That should be 1 before we can apply binomial expansion formula. So what I'll do, I'm placing a bigger brackets here with power minus 2. Inside, I'm taking 2 common, and I'm getting 1 plus x squared upon 2. So now I'm going to split the power 2 minus 2, 1 plus x squared upon 2, power minus 2. And this becomes 1/4 of 1 plus x squared upon 2, power minus 2. Now we're going to expand this, and later we will times it with 1/4. Again, we have to go till x power 4. So 1/4, and then the first term is 1 plus n x plus n minus 1 on 2 factorial times x square, which is x square upon 2 whole square, and that is the x power 4 term. So no need to go beyond that. So we stop our expansion and we get 1/4, and 2 and 2 gets cancelled. So we have minus sign here, and then we have minus 1/4x squared, and then minus 2 times minus 2 minus 1 divided by 2 factorial and divided by 2 square as well, which is 4. And then answer into 1/4 because there's a 1/4 outside as well. So I'm getting 3/16 x power 4. Let me check the answer. 3/16. Okay, it's correct. So that was question number 8. Question 9. Simplify this. First, we have to expand these brackets, showing your working and deduce that this is actually equals to this. Okay, let's just start with the first part and ignore the rest of the question. Saying simplify this. So let's just multiply these terms. So when this and this gets multiplied, it's square root of the same value. It's, for example, it's square root of 5 times square root of 5. And that is just square root of 5 whole square, which is just 5. So square root 1 plus x times square root 1 plus x is actually just 1 plus x. Because when you multiply square root of the same term, it gets squared, and then square and square root cancels out. So we have 1 plus x. Then we have, we're going to multiply this with this now. So I have plus square root 1 plus x times, oh, sorry, it's actually will have a negative sign because the second term is negative. So times 1 minus x squared. Next, I'm going to multiply these two, which is going to give me plus square root 1 minus x square root 1 plus x. And then I'm going to multiply the last two terms, which is going to give me minus bracket 1 minus x. Remember to place brackets because there's a negative sign before that. So this and this cancels out. I have 1 plus x minus 1 plus x, which is 2x. So we've simplified the given expression. So what we know so far is that this, when you multiply these two brackets, you just get 2x. That is what we know. And now using this result, you have to prove that this left-hand side is equals to right-hand side. So अब हम क्या करेंगे? We are going to cross multiply. So when you cross multiply, you get 2x equals square root 1 plus x minus square root 1 minus x times the other denominator square root 1 plus x plus square root 1 minus x. And what did we show just now? That this is actually equals to 2x. So now we've proved that 2x is equals to 2x. So we've proved that this equation is true. Because when you cross multiply, you get 2x on one side and 2x on one side. Hence shown or hence deduced. So you have to use the result of the first part to show that these two fractions are equal. So we've done that. Any questions so far? Part 2. Using the results or otherwise obtain the expansion of that. Up to and including x squared. Okay. It says use the result. So I would like to use the result. It says 1 over square root 1 plus x plus square root 1 minus x. We cannot send the denominator up directly because of the plus sign in between. So what I'll do is, I want to change this into 2x because I know that when I multiply this bracket with the other bracket, by bracket I mean when I multiply this bracket with this bracket, I get 2x. So I already have part of that bracket. I am going to multiply and divide it with 1 plus x minus square root 1 minus x in the numerator plus in the denominator. 1 plus x minus square root 1 minus x. So what happens now? That the denominator becomes 2x and we have a binomial expression in the numerator. So we have 2x in the denominator and now the numerator is 1 plus x. Square root is power half. Half minus 1 plus x square root is half. Second one has a negative sign. Okay. Now what we'll do, we'll expand both of these brackets separately and then divide it with 2x. It says you have to go till x square. So if we're going till x square in the final answer, that means in the numerator, we have to go till x cube because there's an x in the denominator and when x cube and x cancels out, you get x square. So you have to expand these binomial expressions till x cube. So let's do that. 1 plus x power half. That's 1 plus half times x plus half times half minus 1 upon 2 factorial times x square and another one half times half minus 1 half minus 2 upon 3 factorial times x cubed. So that gives us 1 plus half x plus half times half minus 1 divided by 2 factorial, which is minus 1 by 8, if I did not mess this up. And the other one is half times half minus 1 times half minus 2 divided by minus 2 divided by 3 factorial. So I'm getting 1 by 16 x cubed. Let me check before we move on. All right. So I have expanded this. Now we're going to expand the other one and then subtract the result. So the other one is 1 minus x power. In fact, we don't have to redo this. What we'll do instead is we will replace the x here with minus x, because that's the difference between the two binomial expressions. In one of them, x is positive, in the other one, x is negative, and rest of it is the same. So if you've expanded one of them, now do what? Replace x with minus x. So we get 1, then minus half x. The x squared term is not going to change because when you take square of a negative number, it becomes positive. So it won't change the negative sign. But x cube will change the negative sign because when you cube a negative value, it becomes negative. So minus 1 by 16x. That's the expansion of the second binomial expression. Now we subtract the result. So since it's subtraction, you have to be extra careful with the algebra. Place a negative sign in between and place brackets around it. So negative sign and then 1 minus half x minus 1 by 8x squared minus 1 by 16x. Okay. So 1 and 1 gets cancelled. Half and half gets added, so we just have an x. Then minus 1 by 8x squared and plus 1 by 8x squared gets cancelled. And then 1 by 16, 1 plus 1 by 16 would be 2 by 16, which is 1 by 8x. And there was also a divided by 2x in the denominator. So now divide both the expressions with 2x. This gets divided by 2x. That means the denominator gets multiplied by 2x. So we're getting half plus 1 by 16x squared, which is correct. That's question number 9. Question B. Part 1 is express that in partial fractions. We did that already in the last chapter. I gave you this question as homework. So now what we're doing is we're simply using the answer. We're not doing partial fractions right now. So in partial fractions, we get 1 over 1 minus x. Plus 2 over 1 plus 2x, and then minus 4, yes, minus 4 over 2 plus x. Okay. I'm going to bring all the denominators up. And expand all of these. First one is 1 minus x power minus 1. And we have to go till x squared. 1 minus x power minus 1. So that's 1 time plus minus 1 minus x plus minus 1 times minus 1 minus 1 upon 2 factorial times minus x whole square. What will that get us? 1 plus x and then -1 times -1 -1 divided by 2 factorial and times +1. So that's just a 1. So plus x squared. Let me confirm. Correct. Okay, next is, so we expanded that. Now let's expand this. 1 plus 2x power -1. So that's going to be 1 plus -1 times 2x plus -1 times -1 -1 upon 2 factorial times 2x whole square. Okay, that would give us 1, then minus 2x, and then -1 times -1 -1 times 4 divided by 2 factorial. So that's 4 plus 4x squared. Okay. That is the correct expansion for the second expression. And the third one has a 2 as the first expression, so that has to be fixed first. So it's 2 plus x power -1. We are going to place -1 outside the bigger bracket, take 2 common inside, so we get 2 plus x upon 2 in the inner bracket. So that is 2 power -1 times 2 plus x upon 2 power 1 plus x upon 2. When we took 2 common, we get 1 in the first part. Okay, so that is 2 power -1 is actually 1 upon 2. So half times 1 plus x by 2 power -1. What I'll probably forget in a bit is that this gets multiplied with the expanded form and along with -4. So I'm just highlighting that so that I don't forget that. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll expand 1 plus x over 2 power -.
मैम वैसे कितने मार्क्स का ये क्वेश्चन रहेगा ये बाइनोमियल का? ये काफी लंबी वर्किंग है इसकी।
हाँ, लंबी वर्किंग होती है, 4 से स्टार्ट होता है इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, और 6 तक भी जाता है, 8 तक भी जाता है, डिपेंडिंग ऑन द पार्ट्स।
ठीक है मैम।
अगर बहुत सिंपल केस हो तो 2 मार्क्स का भी आता है, जैसे अभी हमने आई थिंक क्वेश्चन 8 किया था, दैट वाज प्रीटी सिंपल। ओके, सो पावर इज -1। अगेन इसमें बस चीज ये होती है कि जस्ट कीप रीचेकिंग व्हाट यू डिड इन द लास्ट पार्ट, क्योंकि एक दफा कर लो ना पूरा तो फिर गलती ढूंढना ज्यादा मुश्किल होता है, instead of doing that simultaneously. Of course, in the end, when you get time, you should redo these kind of questions again. But mostly students पहली बार में ही ठीक कर लेते हैं if they're slightly vigilant with each and every step. Okay, so we're expanding that 1 plus -1 times x upon 2 plus -1 -1 upon 2 factorial times x upon 2 whole square. So that's giving us 1 minus x upon 2 and then -1 times -1 divided by 2 factorial and divided by 4 as well, because there's a 2 in the denominator and then there's a square on it. So I'm getting 1/4 of x squared plus 1/4 x squared. Let me check this. Okay. Outside of that, there's a half, and outside of that, there's a 4. So let me just multiply half with it here. So multiply half with 1 plus x upon 2 power -1. That would be half minus x by 4 half minus x by 4 plus 1 by 8x squared. Half minus x by 4 plus 1 by 8x squared. Now, this is the expansion of the third part. Now we have to add and subtract and multiply. So the first one is being multiplied with 1, so that's not going to change. So we get 1 plus x squared as it is. Okay, so the green expression stays the same because it's being multiplied with 1. So 1 plus x squared. Okay, the yellow expression is being multiplied with 2, so I'm going to double the result. So 2 minus 4x plus 8x squared. 2 minus 4x plus 8x squared. And the last one is being multiplied with minus 4. So minus 4 into half would be minus 2. Then plus x, and then minus 4 times 1 by 8 would be minus half x squared. Okay, so far so good. And now we add the constants. 1 plus 2 minus 2, that's just 1. X minus 4x plus x, that is minus 2x. And then x squared plus 8x squared, that is 9x squared minus half would be 8.5 x squared. Or that can also be written as 17 by. So this is a good enough answer. Okay, that was question 10. Question 11. Let's try to finish this worksheet today so that when we meet next on Monday, we can start complex numbers, and we are going to take the next 2 days off for Ashura. Expand 1 plus x bracket 1 minus 2x in ascending power of x up to and including x squared. Simplifying the coefficients. Okay, so it's 1 plus x times 1 minus 2x bracket half. So we have to expand this till x squared. So let's do that. We're just expanding this. That's going to be 1 minus 2x power half. That's going to be 1 plus half times minus 2x plus half times half minus 1 on 2 factorial times minus 2x squared. So that gives us 1 minus x and then half times bracket half minus 1 times 4 divided by 2 factorial, just giving me minus half x squared. So now it's going to be 1 plus x times expanded version of that. Now expand this till x squared term. So 1 and 1 gets multiplied, we get 1. Then minus x, then minus half x squared, then plus x, then minus x squared. And the next term will be cube term, which we don't need. So we have 1. X terms gets eliminated and we have minus 1.5 x squared. Or you may write it as 3 by 2x squared. Let me check the answer. Yes, 1 minus 3 by 2x squared, or 1 minus 1.5 x squared in mixed form. Okay, now this is an example of a simpler question on this topic. So iske kam marks honge, I'm guessing 3 se zyada nahi. Maximum. Okay. Question 12. Part 1 is partial fractions, which we've already done in the previous chapter. So I'm just copying the answer for question 12, which is minus 2 upon 1 plus x plus x plus 4 upon 2 plus x squared. Minus 2 over 1 plus x plus 4 over 2 plus x squared. All right. So next part says, hence obtain the expansion of this in ascending power of x up to and including the term in x cubed. All right. So the denominator terms go to the numerator, their powers become minus 1 plus x plus 4 times 2 plus x squared power minus 1. So we need to expand this, and we need to expand this. Let's do that first. So we have 1 plus x power minus 1 till x cubed. So 1 plus minus 1 times x plus minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 upon 2 factorial times x squared plus minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 2 upon 3 factorial and then x cubed. Simplify this and also multiply it with minus 2 later. So we have 1 minus x and minus 1 times minus 2 divided by 2 factorial is 1. So plus x squared. And then we have minus 1 times minus 2 times minus 3 divided by 3 factorial. We're getting minus x cubed. So we have expanded this. Then I am going to expand 2 plus x squared power minus 1. So 2 plus x squared power minus 1. The first term has to be 1 first. So big brackets power minus 1, 2 comes out, and we get 1 plus x squared upon 2. Expand this, and we have 2 outside, and we have 1 plus minus 1 times x squared upon 2 plus minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 upon 2 factorial, and then x squared upon 2 whole square. That is bigger than x cubed, so we don't need to go beyond that. This can be ignored. Okay. So we have 1 times 2, which is 2, and then 2 and 2 in the denominator gets cancelled, so I have minus x squared. So that's the only expansion till x cubed for the yellow part. So now I'm going to write that collectively. So I have minus 2 times 1 minus x plus x squared minus x cubed and then plus x plus 4 times 2 minus x squared. So expanded part and expanded part. I hope I haven't missed anything here. So complete expansion would be minus 2 plus 2x minus 2x squared plus 2x cubed plus 2x minus x cubed plus 8 minus 4x squared minus 2 plus 2x minus 2x squared plus 2x cubed plus 2x minus x cubed plus 8 minus 4x squared. Okay, looks good. The constant is going to be minus 2 plus 8, which is 6. X would be 2x plus 2x, which is 4x. Then it is minus 2x and minus 2x squared, but only square term. And there's a minus 4x square in the end, which is looking more like a cube. So we have minus 2x squared and minus 4x squared, that is minus 6x squared. And then we have 2x cubed and minus x cubed, so that's plus x cubed. Please be correct. This is question 12. So not correct, not even good. एक बड़ा blunder हुआ है. I will just pause the recording. So the mistake that I made, as pointed out by Heather, is that I did not give this power to the minus to the 2 here. So this should have been 2 power minus 1 here, which is actually half. So that would then be divided with half. Where is it? Yes, this had to be divided with half, not 2. Take second bus. Okay, so where were we? Yes, this was minus 1, give to the power minus 1, not 2. That was wrong originally. So then this 2 power minus 1 becomes half. So this should have been half. नहीं, ये तो minus 2 ही है. यहीं गलती थी, पहले वाले में गलती थी. This should have been half. Okay, यहाँ पे half आ गया जब, so it is also being multiplied with 2, so that becomes minus 1. So overall, it just gets multiplied with minus 1. यहाँ पे half multiply होगा, my bad. That is still true. That is part of the other expansion. So control C is not working. This is still minus 2. और इसके साथ इधर था half. Let me just redo this. So this is half times, when we expand it, we get 1 minus x square upon 2. And the next term is a cubic x power 4 term, which can be ignored. So now expand this and we get half instead of this yellow part. Fix that. So it's going to be half and then minus x squared by 4. This is now correct. Let me also double check. So we have half outside. So we have half and then minus x squared by 4. All right. So now we have to fix some of the expansion. So the first 1, 2, 3, 4 terms are correct, and these have to be fixed. So now we have half x minus x cubed by 4 plus 2 minus x square. Let me double check. Half x minus x cubed by 4 plus 2 minus x square. All right. So now we have minus 2 plus 2 and any other constant. No, I'm not getting any constant. But answer will, yeah, there's no constant. Okay. Next, we have to consider the x terms. We have 2x and half x. So that's 2.5 x. So we write 2.5 x, or you may write 5 over 2. Okay. Then we have minus 2x square and minus x square. So that's minus 3x square. And then we have 2x cubed and minus x cubed by 4. So that is 2 minus 1/4, which is 7 upon 4x. Yeah, so plus 7 by 4x. Now, this is the correct answer. All right. और I keep saying this, but एक जरा सी भी गलती हो ना तो इस क्वेश्चन में और A levels में डोमिनोज की तरह मार्क्स लूज होते हैं. So you have to be very, very careful. अब आपको ये सारा टॉपिक आता है, but if you're not careful enough with rechecking your work, you might lose lots of marks. Question 13. Okay, how many are left? 13, and then okay. मेरी आवाज आ रही है? I think the computer. Give me a second. Okay, so I was saying, okay, this worksheet still stuck. The worksheet has 15 questions. Okay, I'll give the last two as homework. Let's just finish this question. When 1 plus ax power minus 2, where a is a positive constant, is expanded in ascending power of x, the coefficient of x and x cube are equal, find the values of a. When you expand this, the coefficient of x and x cube are equal. So let's expand this, see what we get as the coefficient of x and what we get as a coefficient of x cube. They both will be in terms of a. We'll equate the coefficients and that should give us the value of a. Okay. So part 1 of question 13. Thankfully, the first term is already 1. My board is stuck. I need a few minutes. आप लोग तब तक ये question could start कर. One plus ax power minus 2. So 1 plus minus 2 times ax plus minus 2 times minus 2 minus 1 upon 2 factorial times ax square whole square plus minus 2 minus 2 minus 1, then minus 2 minus 2 upon 3 factorial times ax cube. Ax whole cube. Okay, so the first term is 1. The coefficient of x is coming out to be minus 2a. And then the coefficient of x square is coming out to be minus 2 times minus 3 divided by 2 factorial. So that is 3 plus 3 a square x square. And then the coefficient of x cube is going to be minus 2 times minus 3 times minus 4 divided by 3 factorial. I'm getting minus 4 a cube x cube. Now the question said that the coefficient of x cube and x they're equal. So equate these two. Equate these two. So minus 2a equals minus 4a cube. A bad idea would be cancelling the two a's on both sides. A better job is moving both a's expressions to the same side and then factorize. So 4a cube minus 2a equals to 0. Take 2a common. So we get 2a square minus 1 is equals to 0. We're getting a is equals to 0. We're getting a square equals half. So we're getting a equals plus minus square root 1 upon 2 or 1 over square root of 2. And the other one is a is equals to 0. However, there's a condition in the question which is a is a positive constant. So the only value we're accepting now is a equals positive square root of half or 1 over square root. Which is correct? Okay. When a has this value, it obtains the expansion up to and including x squared. Simplify the coefficient. So all that is left to do for the second part is substitute a here. And we will have our answer. So we have 1 minus 2 times 1 upon under root 2 x plus minus, बल्कि मैंने इसको further भी simplify कर लिया था, hold on. Why am I substituting that there? I will instead substitute it here. And only till here, because we need to go till x square, not till x cube. So we have 1 minus 2 times 1 over under root 2. So again, there shouldn't be a third term in the denominator like we discussed in yesterday's lesson. So I'll just multiply 2 and 1 over under root 2 in the calculator and that should fix the problem. Plus 3 times 1 over under root 2 whole square x square. So I'm getting 1 minus, if you don't want to do it the longer way, just get the help of the calculator. 2 times 1 over under root 2 is just under root 2x, and then that's 3 upon 2 x squared. This is the expansion up till x squared terms. You're doing the last 2 questions of the worksheet as homework, and we'll inshallah next meet on Monday. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Adios.